Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Monday morning. Got a great week ahead. Got a good show lined up today. But first, let's do our weather. Brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. They're about finished that construction. I anticipate it being finished by next week. So I know some of those guys listen to me, so we want it done. I've been working on it a while. It's been fascinating watching. Road construction is important all around, but it's just a slow process. They got to get it right the first time. All right, let's move on to the weather. It's going to be a high today of 88, low tonight of 71. That little cool snap we had has really been good over the weekend. Had some good fishing. We'll have some good pictures tomorrow to show you over the weekend activities. Water temperature dropped down now to 84 degrees. It's still a little cool. We're looking. We'll do our river readings tomorrow too. Let's go and look at our tide chart. Today is Monday, September the 12th, and we have good strong tides. We have a high tide at 6:54 this morning, and a low tide at 5:11 this evening. Good strong. We've got a 1.7 foot range this morning, so good job there. Marine forecast south-southeast. Coming at about 5 to 10. Now we're looking at the Monday moon forecast. I always like to talk about now. The full moon of September will be on the 16th of this month. September the 16th, which will be Friday night. And today's the September 12th, of course, so we're in a strong waxing moon. So got a really good week fishing right before the full moon of September. And the September full moon is always a big, beautiful moon. Hope we can all get a chance to see it. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back with our special guest this morning. Welcome back, folks. Now listen, look at our guest this morning. I was just saying this is like truly a rose between two thorns. Okay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, we have on the far end, we have Mr. Scott Krause from Blue Water Outriggers, and he's always bringing some good news from Blue Water. But in the middle, we have Marie Stevens. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
Glad to have y'all. Now we're going to get to Marie. Mainly, it's Marie's story we're going to be talking about. But Scott, let's real quick tell us what's going on at Blue Water.
Well, everything's going real well at Blue Water. You know, we got that snapper season in right now.
Yeah.
And since the storm, quite a few snapper are being caught. On the reefs out there within 9 miles.
Yeah.
So we're very fortunate at that, and overall, king fishing has just been out of this world this year. They're just everywhere. So. Things are going good.
And got a little bit of flounder going.
The flounder in the canal are starting to really take off.
Okay.
On pinfish and stuff like that.
And you got a sale going on the whole month of September, right?
Oh yeah, we got it. I mean,
big sale.
We keep everything on sale at Blue Water.
I'm telling you, especially this time of year, really is good stuff. All right, Marie, this is the first time we've met and all, but Scott's been telling about some of the things you're starting to do and all. This is an awesome idea you have, and we want to share it. But first, before we talk about what's coming up this coming Saturday, we want to talk about a little bit about you. Let the folks sort of know a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Marie Stevens, and I'm a business owner in Port St. Joe in Mexico Beach. And my husband and I moved here because of the great fishing. The whole area is just fits our personality perfectly. And my husband became sick and passed away. December will be 2 years, and we're big supporters of the MVRA and believe in the whole reef system and the Memorial Reef system. I'm very, very involved in that. And so Jimmy is in a reef, and we lost a son, Cody, at 13, and he is also in a reef. And there's nowhere I'd rather be than sitting over the reefs and enjoying our area and fishing, diving. And so I started a program for youth. That's what we love to do with 5 children. We taught them fishing and hunting and all the outdoor sports. And so that's what we want to do with the MVRA. We've started the Jimmy Stevens Youth Challenge, and the youth will compete against themselves, like going to the fair, but they will, instead of throwing darts at a balloon, they're going to cast a rod, cast a casting net, tie knots, rules and regulations, but safety will always be first, and so that's our goal.
Well, that's a good background. I know you're talking about y'all up in around Augusta, Georgia area, and grew up around the lake and doing all kind of stuff.
Raised our children on Clark Hill, and mostly on a pontoon boat or a bass boat, and then found the saltwater fishing down here, but
And Scott, we talk about it now. We see, I know y'all see it down there in the stores and all. So much of this stuff right here with electronics. I know y'all see a lot of that.
Yeah.
And our goals, and a lot of our goals, is to get them away, from this to this. And we talk about this a lot.
The way Winston, probably the same way you were raised up, hunting and fishing is the way my parents raised me up and everything, and not sitting behind and watching TV or a computer or playing on the telephone all day.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get back to that.
I brought this up over and over again on this show, but I still cannot get over the magnitude of it. We were at a little volleyball game yesterday, and I actually saw this. Our granddaughter playing volleyball. I actually saw a girl during the warm-up with a volleyball uniform on her phone. Yeah. And I still have the picture of my first student. My first student now is a volleyball coach. And I had the very first student I ever had. I was teaching fly fishing, and she was fly fishing. And it was the first time I ever had that happen. I said, freeze. I said, I got to get a picture of this. I still have that picture.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
that happened about 5 years ago. But it shows how just. So anyway, so let's get back to what we're here for. We want to keep the kids outdoor oriented.
yes.
And this is what a great idea you have here. And it's going to be coming up this coming Saturday. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, but we've got some really, really good pictures we're going to talk about. But this doesn't happen overnight. I know you've been working on it a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. I know these things don't happen overnight. So, how long have you been working on it?
Well, it's something I've wanted to do ever since he passed away, just trying to get it all down to what it needed to be and what fit us, which was children and teaching children the proper way to enjoy nature.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Marie and Scott in just a second. Okay, welcome back. Sitting here with Marie Stevens and our friend Scott from Blue Water. Scott's been on the show several times before.
Yes.
I'm glad to have you back. Marie had this program coming up this Saturday. This is culminating a lot of hard work on her behalf, and we're going to call it the Jimmy Stevens Youth Challenge.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we got it up on the screen now. This is going to be the Beacon Hill Park, Saturday, September the 17th, which is this coming Saturday. So you go ahead and walk us through these pictures you have.
Okay. Well, Jimmy and I are raising our 5 children around the water. Fishing was the largest part of it for a long time. When they were young, we didn't take them hunting until they got a little older.
Right.
So the fishing is something that you can do at a very, very young age. So teaching them to fish, the patience, the things that fishing teaches a young person are a lot of life skills that are needed in a lot of areas. And so when raising the children in Georgia near Augusta, found Mexico Beach, moved down here. Jimmy and I did after the children went off to college. They didn't need us then; they just needed the money
I understand
in
that.
the bank.
We all understand that.
They would just want to know if it was there, and then that was what they needed. So we were able to come down here and really enjoy this area. And Cody, our youngest, who's on the screen now, Cody was killed at 13 on a four-wheeler. We didn't know he was on a four-wheeler, so yeah, that was very hard. So we needed to get away from that area.
This is Cody
This
here?
this is Cody. This is at Hideaway in Mexico Beach.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a few years ago with King, and he loved it more than anything.
Well, I guess this is one of the final pictures of this one.
It is. It is. The last summer he was here. And so anyway, I have a wreath for Cody. I have a wreath for Jimmy. And Jimmy passed away a year and a half ago with Lewy bodies. And so in trying to find out what would represent us as a family.
Yeah.
And you have to involve the children. You have to teach the children. You have to teach them properly. And safety is always first. So in our youth challenge, it's going to be like going to the fair, and the children are going to compete. And we have a lot of sponsors, and each booth is going to be sponsored by a business with professionals teaching, professional anglers coming and teaching the children the right way.
That's good. Okay, you got some more pictures? Let's see.
Well, Jimmy, this is Mexico Beach Canal with a red snapper, and then sailfish out of Mexico. That was his pride and joy, 96-inch sailfish.
Wow.
Red trout, redfish.
Redfish. That's right.
A redfish. Just And this is our dog, Hilton. Hilton was 15 years old when he passed away a year and a half ago also. And the two were together all the time. And you
That's great pictures.
take Hilton with you. You pick up a fishing rod, that was the best Jack Russell you ever saw. He wasn't going anywhere.
All right. So here we got the shirt. You got the front of the shirt right here. Okay. That
Yes, sir.
it really looks nice. And this is the front of a youth shirt right here. That's a nice logo, and these are nice shirts. How do they get these shirts?
We have the shirts for sale. You can
Okay.
find us on Facebook, JimmyStevens.com, JimmyStevensYouthChallenge.com, and we sell them around the Port St. Joe, Mexico Beach area.
Okay.
But on the adult, are short sleeve, but they have the Reef on the front with
Yeah.
Jimmy's GPS coordinates and the NBARA, and on the back has the same design that's on the youth front.
That's awesome. They got his GPS coordinates on it.
His GPS coordinates. So, you know,
Yeah.
technology is a good thing in a lot of ways.
Yes.
If it would get you to that reef quicker and get you fishing quicker, then we're all for it. So,
That is so true. That is so true. Now, what age group are we looking at?
4 to 14.
Okay.
Will be different divisions. Each youth will be paired with an adult angler, whether they bring their own or we provide an adult angler for them. They will be armbanded and they will go through the 6 different stations being timed and challenged and scored, and it will be put on their armbands. And they will, this way, if the youth gets a little behind, he wants to give one of its chances to the adult to get their points up, they can. And to teach that teamwork, that the adult needs to get these children out. And I understand there's a lot of families that there isn't an outdoors person in the family.
Right. Yeah.
So we need to start it now. Bring the children. We'll team them up with a really good angler, outdoorsman, and let them have a good time and see if that isn't something that a direction they'd like to go.
That's good. Scott, you've been lining up some people too, right? To help out?
Yeah, I sure have, and I don't think I mentioned the times, but it's going to be like from 10 to 2 that Saturday.
Okay.
That's Eastern
And
time.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, yeah. Because where we're having it, you're right on the line.
Right.
I mean, but I mean, we all stay confused over there in St. Joe Beach and Mexico Beach and everywhere else.
But it's also 10 to 2 also, so that on Saturday morning you can get all fired up, and before the day's over, let's go. Don't
There you go.
get everybody fired up and then get them out on the water.
There
Give
you
them
go.
plenty of time the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, Buster Posey, who plays for the San Francisco Giants, is donating some caps, and hopefully we can get a jersey out of him by then. And but you know, Buster's out of his 5 years, they've won the World Series 3 times, and
He's batted above 300 almost every year, hasn't he?
well, this year he's at 290.
290.
Yeah, he's but
pretty
hey,
good average,
the season isn't over. But I mean, this is the only year he's been under 310.
That's amazing.
So he's
And that's a Georgia boy, and he grew up with his dad.
me and his dad went from kindergarten all the way through high school, and he's a good kid.
Yeah, and
I mean-
they love to come down and fish, don't they?
Yes, and he played at FSU, and they retired his whole catching outfit and his number.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he's awesome. So I know he'll donate to it, and that'll help.
He will.
And you get some other good donations too, don't you? Have some other good people helping.
We've contacted Hank Williams Jr. and hadn't heard back from Hank yet,
Yeah,
and also who was the other guy?
Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan.
yeah,
I feel sure his mother lives there in Mexico Beach,
yeah.
and Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he comes to Mexico Beach for vacation every year.
it's amazing that people come down there, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it really is. Everybody thinks.
I shouldn't be saying that on TV.
Well, everybody, well, what happened? Everybody thinks that all the stars go to 38, but they forget that there's a lot of them come down to Mexico Beach. There's a lot of good ones,
Yeah.
and some days won't call out. But so this is just a good deal overall. And do they need a pre-register or anything?
We would like some sort of pre-register to know if how many adults we're going to need. If you go to the website or even on Facebook, we don't want the children, maybe the first name and their age. We don't want to advertise any or have any children's full name.
Yeah.
But we just need to know their age group and if they need an adult angler to help them, or if they're bringing their own. This will help us in how many volunteers that we need to have. We're also going to have food. Shipwreck, Shipwreck
Yes,
Restaurant
yes.
has donated all the hamburgers and hot dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, so, well, they're not going to be donated for the visitors. Yeah,
We're going to charge you, Winston.
they were donated to us as a fundraiser,
Right.
and so they'll be priced really good, and they'll be really good hamburgers.
And we're always talking about doing good things, and all of this is a classic case right here where the whole community comes together and helps on this. So that's an awesome example. Let's take our final break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, folks. First of all, before we get back to our guests, let's look at our fishing game times today. Very important. I always look at those every day. This morning from 9:04 to 11:04, right there on the screen, and tonight 9:30 to 11:30, right there on the dot. If you have an opportunity now, y'all do a lot of outdoor stuff. I always ask my guests now, do y'all go through stages in outdoors where all of a sudden they start biting and then they turn it off? Have you ever been out there like that?
Oh, yeah.
See, so
That's when you eat lunch.
that's when you. That's right. Exactly. Okay, so with Mexico Beach Artificial Reef Association, I know it's close to both y'all's heart because it,
Very.
and we've had our guests on here before. Had the folks from that. They do an awesome job, but y'all also have firsthand experience with it. So tell us about it.
It's an amazing organization. There's not a lot of members on the board, but they all work very, very hard and very dedicated. I'm the secretary on the board, and really am very proud to be a part of it. I know Ron Child said that there are over $4 million worth of reefs now in the 20-year. We just celebrated our 20-year anniversary. Guy Harvey was so proud of us that our shirts this year, he painted a king mackerel
we
painting.
saw. We had those.
Ron was in here with you, and so we have another very large deployment coming up in September. One thing I'd like to encourage people to do is, first of all, go to the NVRA, look at the map, look at the reef areas. It's amazing, and you can go from reef to reef. You control, that's the kingfisher here because of the reef. Without any of that structure, the fish aren't going to hang around. You've got to have those nurseries, and then the ecosystems that they put in and all are the nurseries for the small fish that would attract the big ones. So,
and you can buy one now. Right.
Oh yeah, you do not have to pass away to be in a reef and to own your own fishing reef in the Mexico Beach Reef Association. It's not a requirement. So it makes a great Christmas gift, Father's Day, birthday, anniversary. It would have been so awesome if Jimmy and Cody had had their own reef before they passed away.
Yeah.
I really do wish that they had that.
And so that is something really to think about it. When it first started talking about this, it didn't catch on, and all of a sudden it caught on. Everybody started. I was amazing that people just started buying them a reef.
Right.
It's really cool. Go ahead.
And to dive it, and to be able to dive the reef. When I was making Jimmy's reef, they'll take you to Orange Beach, and if it is a memorial reef and you have the ashes to put in the reef, Walter Green is making our reefs, has our contract right now, and you go and they pour the cement, and there are 3 like 10 by 10 triangles, and you put the ashes in yourself, but you also bring special things. And when Jimmy passed away and we were doing the reef, Bob and Carol said, Marie, go in a shop, go in the garage, find some things that can go in the ocean, but that would be really special to Jimmy. And when we bass fished, he had a custom-made 4-blade boat prop. It was so special to him that I made him a necklace. I'm a jeweler. So I made a necklace with his father's diamond in it, so he had the prop with him when he had to go to work and couldn't fish. And so anyway, I saw that 4-blade boat prop on his bench, and it is in his reef.
Awesome. What a great story. So I know that means a lot. So we're going to honor not only Jimmy, but everyone out there by keeping it going and keeping kids in the outdoors. And
Definitely.
That's what we're trying
It's
to
our
do.
future.
That's our future.
Yes.
So it's going to be on this coming Saturday. Okay, people, I know a lot of our viewers, they want to help out if they can. Do you need any help on it? What can...
We're definitely need volunteers.
Okay.
When you're dealing with children in an event like this, probably 3 adults per child would be nice.
Yeah.
So
you
yes.
got to have one to get the hooks out. So, but you're not going to have hooks on you.
No, we're not going to do it's safety first in this area. We don't want a lot of children swinging hooks around a lot of other children. So, but they won't. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
So if they want to volunteer, how can they get a hold of you or the association?
They can call me, which is 706-829-2385. they can email me at jimmystephensyouthchallenge@gmail.com. They can also go to Jimmy Stevens Youth Challenge on Facebook. Any way that they can get in touch with me or Scott. He's also listed with his numbers.
Yes, my number is 229-406-1488. And like she said, well, it's going to take 5 people to take care of me.
This is true.
But I mean, everybody, let's get involved and let's make this thing work. This is our first year. You know, we're probably going to stump our toe a few times, but listen.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
And I want to issue the challenge too for other communities to do something along these same lines. You know, all throughout the Panhandle. I mean, we're ground zero for outdoor activities. We do it in the schools. We believe in it, and we got to sort of put, practice what we preach, and this is it right here.
Yeah. And we would love for people to come that may be interested in offering suggestions. Like I said, it's our first event like this, so suggestions are definitely welcome.
Are you going to have any like cast netting or anything like
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you busy?
I'm going to try to get, to answer that question, yes.
All right.
Since I retired, I've all of a sudden become busy. It's incredible. But I really want to come down, and I'm going to try to block out me some time. I've got I actually got 3 things that day, but I'm going to put you up number 1.
We're going to do,
4 hours.
Casting, hook tying, Stephen, what's his
Price.
Stephen
Price.
Stevie Price is going. He knows every knot there is, and he's going to show the kids how to tie a fishing knot.
Yeah.
I know one knot and it works.
Yeah. Now, are you going to have some nets out there, or y'all
Yes.
going to borrow some nets and all? Okay.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to try to get down. I'll talk to you during the week and all for sure if I can get things juggled. But I want to come down and video some of it too and put it on the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be
that
wonderful.
would be so awesome. Thank
Or
you.
either get a crew to come down. I'm going to try to come down myself. I really want to come to this.
We'll bring Gail.
Okay. Well, she does all the work anyway. So, okay. Well,
And if someone doesn't have a child and they're an angler and they're interested in participating, find one.
That's right.
Bring the neighbor child. This is a community thing.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for doing
Thank you for
this.
having us.
I'll see y'all
Thank
soon.
you, Coach.
Okay. Thank y'all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Y'all have a great day today, and always do something good for your fellow man, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.